Did you guys catch me on Jake Hudson's show? I mentioned it, but I didn't tell you where to go. Friday morning, when I was opening the show, I was co-hosting with Joel Friday of Joel Friday TV and Krishan the Dawn of Misfit Nation. And I was like, hey, I have an appearance Saturday. So Saturday, 4 p.m. until 6 p.m. this past Saturday, the 9th, I do believe, I appeared on Jake Hudson's show on YouTube. I was on D Live, and we were also on Kick. And you can catch the YouTube video under the appearances playlist, under Hake Appearances. Or if you just search Jake Hudson, Hudson, you can find it. Or the hakereport.com/appearances. Appearances. Shout out to Jake Hudson. Thank you, sir, for having me on. What a fun time that was. What did we talk about? What in the world? I'm trying to tell people, found it. I figured out the reply command in my Restream chat. Just trying to type in the hakereport.com/appearances in the live chat there. For those of you who are watching live or who are watching the live chat, he asked me where I was on 9/11, 2001. I got 12 years on that young man, Jake Hudson. So he was 8, I was 20. Not to dox our ages, but I guess that's too late. We talked about my coming to work for the JLP show. We talked about other things going on in the world. And I even neglected to tell the JLP crew because I was coming back from the beach. And so Anchor Baby set up the studio for me because I went to the beach on Saturday. But thank you, Jake Hudson, for having me. He told me that he has autism, Asperger's, and ADHD. One of them he was diagnosed at a young age, like 3 years old. And a lot of young guys are diagnosed with that. But to his credit, he has not taken medication stuff that they've put him on since like 18 or 17 years old. Right on, man. That's cool. So he's a streamer, has a lot of different types of friends and audience members. We even took calls. Anchor Baby even made it, his voice appeared. Can a voice appear? We heard his voice on that show. Nice. Fake conditions, says Blur. Yeah, I feel like a lot of this stuff is pushed on young men who have energy and who have maybe so-called short attention spans and stuff like that, and who hyper-focus on things. That's something that all human beings do, and you don't want to sink into that. You don't want to settle into that or use that as an excuse. And he doesn't like people feeling sorry for him or anything like that. I don't know if anybody likes people feeling sorry for them unless they've been perverted and twisted into liking that. A lot of times we as being human beings, fall into enjoying those dirty emotions, messed up, self-sabotaging emotions of pity, false pride, anger, shyness, fear, stuff like that. He kept on saying that he doesn't want to say something stupid to get me mad to make me walk off. And I'm like, if I'm mad, that's my fault. But it's good not to want to say something stupid, but you don't want to be afraid of saying something stupid. You don't want to be afraid of that. He played an interesting AI song for me on the show. Check it out. It was about JLP, Jesse Lee Peterson. And this AI, proof that AI is liberal, this AI said, Jesse Lee Peterson, you're a rebel with a cause, but your cause is empty. What? All you do is stir the pot or fan the flames, something like that, of hatred. But that's not true. That is who is AI? Is Joe from Arizona? Joe from Phoenix, Arizona, my caller, who's always like criticizing and being a mama, a liberal communist, black conservative. Is Joe from Phoenix, Arizona, an AI bot? An AI, the bots are informed by the liberal media. They don't think like men. They don't think logically. So they accuse a Christian man, brother of Christ, son of God, of pushing what they're pushing, which is hatred. The liberal media, all they push is hatred and division and mess. Joe Biden, all he pushes is hatred and division and emotions and mess. You don't wallow in your emotions and victimhood stuff? Terrible. Victims become perpetrators. Don't you know that? I thought we all knew this. They say people who do bad things to children, whether it's parents who do wrong in front of children or to children, or strangers who do wrong to children, or children who do wrong to one another. That's because they too were, quote unquote, victimized. Victims become perpetrators. Don't have that mindset. So AI is liberal and not logical or smart. It might be quick. It might know a lot, but it also knows a lot of stuff that's not true. As Ronald Reagan said about the liberals, I think. The thing about liberals is they know so much that just isn't true. Something like that. Reminds me of JLP's biblical question about do you know God? Who is God? We all get on our crazy ideas, and we sometimes will even cite the Bible. It's in the Bible. It's a fact. God is this. But if you're spouting off and holding on to that, you're just in your mind, not living what you're thinking. Know what I mean? Okay, so thank you, Jake Hudson. I appreciate you, man.